Hi, it's Dr. Parker. I am going to make kind of a reading recording for you today, a little bit of pronunciation, because as you know, your assignment for this week is to read these lines that I'm about to read to you, record them by whatever means worked for you, whether it's an audio recording or a little video recording, and send them to me. And this is your pronunciation assignment, which I will be terribly generous with, but you do have to do it, and I hope that it's fun for you and not a horrible anxiety-producing nightmare. But I can't control that. So I'm going to read it once, and then I'm going to go back through and sort of talk about the pronunciations throughout, and then if I think about it, I'll read it again. Here beginneth the merchant's tale. Whilom there was dwelling in Lombardy a worthy knecht, that born was of Pavie, in which he lived in great prosperity, and 60 year a wifeless man was he, and followed I his bodily delight, on women fair as was his appetite, as done these fools that been secular, and when that he was passed 60 year, were it for holiness or for dotage, I cannot say, but switch great courage, had this knicht to been a wedded man that die, and nicht he doth all that he can, to spien where he misht wedded be, praying o'er a Lord to grant in him that he misht onus know of this thilke blissful life, that is betwixt an husband and his wife, and for to live under that holy bond, with which that first God man and woman bond, none other life side he is worth a bane, for wedlock is so easy and so clean that in this world it is a paradise. Okay, that's a pretty straightforward Chaucer passage. Whilom, so again, remember your I is a E sound if it's just the single I. Whilom there was, and don't let WAS throw you because you're so used to saying was, but it's a little different. Was, dwellinge, which is pretty easy, in Lombardia, Lombardia. Anytime you have two vowels in Chaucer, in this case the Y and the E, they are pronounced as two vowels. They don't mix together to make one sound. Worthy Knecht, and there's that Knecht word, which is our favorite, where you pronounce the K and you pronounce the GH and everything else. Worthy Knecht that born was of Pavia, and again that E is a two-syllable deal, in which he lived in great prosperity, great te. That double E sound is just a long E. It's not an E, it's an E, but it's held out longer than a single E. And 60 year a wifeless man was he, and followed I his bodily delight on women, there as was his appetite. This is pretty straightforward. Folas, don these folas, the double O is just a long O. Down to line 1254, he cannot say but switch great courage, and dotage in the line above. Line 1258, praying o'er Lord to grounten him that he, ground, out. And again, it's two vowels and it is two syllables, ground, in him. Mischte once canal. Kanawa is hard. Kanawa of thilke blissful leaf. Line 1260, husbond. The OU is the os sound, the oo, aus. Husbond and his wife. I think that's about it for difficulty. It's really not a particularly difficult passage, but it's it's as difficult as all Middle English is. So I'll go through it one more time, and I think that should be enough to get you good and started. Whilom there was dwelling in Lombardia a worthy knecht that born was of Pavii, in which he lived in great prosperity, and 60 year a wifeless man was he, and followed I his bodily delight on women. Fair as was his appetite, as done these falls that ben seculaire, and when that he was past 60 year, were it for holiness or for dotage, I cannot say. But switch a great courage had this knish to ben a wedded man that die and nicht, he doth all that he can to spien where he mished a wedded bay, praying oor Lord to grant in him that he mished a once canow of thilke blissful grief, that is betwixt an husband and his wife, and for to live under that holy bond with which that first God a man and woman bond. None other life, said he, is worth a bane, for wedlock is so easy and so clean that in this world it is a paradise. All right, so please feel free to email me with questions and comments and hate mail. But that should be enough to get you going on this, and I look forward very much to hearing what you come up with on your recordings. Have a good week.